So, hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to welcome to session 37 of the Thoughts Out Loud experiment. As you can tell, things are thrown for a loop again. I am in the whip. Hi. I am in the whip, right in front of the office, seeing people I know and wondering what I'm doing in my car like this. Um, but yeah, it's about 10. I got about 10 minutes before I got to be in the office. It's 7:45. And so I figured I'd just go ahead and do thoughts out loud right now. The session didn't happen this morning. As you know, if you happen to catch yesterday's session, I did that late at night. I didn't get to sleep until about 12. Overslept. I don't even think I overslept. I woke up at 5 and I said, dude, I'm too tired. I need another hour. Went back to sleep, woke up at 6. Started editing the podcast episode. It's due to go live at 10 o'clock. I still have about 3 minutes left of editing and doing. I'm gonna do it on my first break here at work, and I think, and thoughts out loud didn't happen this morning. Definitely going to have to figure things out. I'm realizing the chain reaction that that failure to like implement the plan to get ahead. Like I'm realizing the chain reaction that forms, and I realized the chain reaction a long time ago. Like I knew it before. That's the reason I came up with the plan. The only thing is now I'm back when this lady car is too big. She needs a smaller car. Um, she's having trouble parking. Back when I was back last year. I mean, when this would happen, I would kind of just drop the ball in the episode and it would just get out there whenever. When I say episode, I'm not misspeaking and talking about a Thoughts Out Loud session. I'm actually talking about the podcast episodes. Like I would miss weeks at a time. And this year the focus is consistency. So I'm going through a lot to make sure I get these episodes out and really because really what it comes down to, there's no real excuse for them not to get done. I'm just letting anybody who might be listening to my podcast down when I don't get it out there. And and I was looking at it at a really selfish way previously. That's not the way I was looking at it before. I was looking at it like, oh, nobody's listening, or there's only a couple people listening, so I don't need to get the episode out there. It's not a big deal if I don't get it out there. It's only 20 or 30, 50 at the most, 100 or something like that downloaded in one day, one time. But there's not that many people because the numbers aren't there. And I saw something this weekend, or not this weekend. I saw something yesterday uh, after work that made me really realize like I really have to start focusing. So actually, I came to the realization that I really have to start focusing on my audience, and no matter how small they are, I don't care if it's 10 people. I have to start. I don't care if it's 5 people, one person. I have to start focusing on my audience instead of on myself. And so I have to start looking at it like if I didn't get an episode out, I can't say it's not a big deal. There ain't that many people listening. That's the effect on me. But I have to like realize that there's a few people listening to this, and I gotta get this out to them because they're the ones who have sacrificed their time to listen to me. And quite honestly, I'm just ranting sometimes. Well, that's thoughts out loud. Actually, but it's actually effective, man. Like it's like this is what I want to do. I want to share, and I don't care what the numbers are. I should really focus on getting that stuff out to people, and so that's what made me uh, really change and say I got to be more consistent this year. And I'll be honest in saying that a lot of that was the reason I don't have more listeners is because I'm inconsistent. So that's what made me really change that. Yesterday, what I was talking about earlier, that was reaffirmed when I actually saw somebody, a YouTuber that does ASMR. Um, Her name is Haley Whispering Rose. She did put out a video yesterday talking about deleting her channel. I'm not gonna go into the details about that here, but I wrote a lengthy response to her. Like it's not even done. It's so lengthy, and I'm gonna post that to her, and I'm gonna do a video about her video because I think there's a lot of lessons learned about passion and balance and motivation and real truth behind why you're doing what you're doing. uh, not judging, so to speak. Not really judging what she's thinking or what her motivations are. Your motivations are what they are. They can be whatever they want. But I digress. I'm getting more into the episode here, or more into a video that I'm going to do later on this evening. So, yeah. So, yeah. The focus today, number one focus today, is to get the podcast episode up at 10 o'clock for my So We Were podcast listeners, and just make that available to them on time. Last week's was late. It happened the same day, but it was late. I don't want to do that anymore. And then next, like the goal from this point forward, like the goal through the weekend, I might move offices and I might tear this. That might really ruin this. But the goal for the weekend, the goal from this point forward, is to get back to the point where I'm ahead. I liked being ahead so much better. The live episodes of the podcast were supposed to foster that, but they haven't really, because I haven't capitalized on it. It's my fault. So what I'm gonna do is go out my way to get ahead in my Soul Weaver content and get ahead on like all content. So that's the focus, particularly the podcast. The podcast is the number one concern. That is my one thing. Everything else is additional. So like even the blog is additional at this point. The podcast is my focus. So that's what I'm switching to. I'm transitioning from blogger to podcaster, because I'd rather podcast than blog, and I think people would rather listen to a podcast, especially with all the commuting that goes on here in Seoul and other parts of Asia, where people are interested in coming here. They'd rather listen than read, and they'd probably rather watch than listen, to be honest. So video is slowly becoming like the number two, and the blog is probably going to end up being the last thing, even though it was the first thing that started everything. Any case, I got to get into the office, guys, and I said Thoughts Out Loud is going to be a lot shorter. This is probably a better length Thoughts Out Loud time. This is probably what it's going to be, how long it's going to be from now on, because I'm just going to make it like a real quick sessions where I kind of jump in there and do that, and I prep you for something else. I'm gonna do a little bit of planning on, for example, tonight's video, on All Things Will on the channel. So that's it. Hope you guys have a great day. I've given you my focus. I gave you my focus from yesterday. You probably didn't in this video, but I did Thoughts Out Loud so recently. Like, it hasn't even been 24 hours. It hasn't even been 10 hours, it seems. And yeah, I'm a little confused. But you guys have a great day. If you like this video, go ahead and hit like. And if you want to see more, Thoughts Out Loud is part of my morning routine. Where I can fit it in, that may change, but it's going to happen every day. So go ahead and subscribe so you can see more. More videos coming on top of that too. So stay tuned. We'll see you guys later. And then the only thing is, I have to wait while I find the stop sign, and I don't edit Thoughts Out Loud. So this part is going to be in the video where I'm like searching for the stop. Like,